Hi, welcome back to Jen's Addiction. Thanks for coming back to see me today. And I have a little bit of a mystery album to discuss today. I'm wondering if any of you would know an album that was made that basically was like a supergroup album. So I do have notes because there's so many people on this album. I don't want to miss anybody, just so that you know. But this album not only has the main artist on it, it has Bob Dylan on it. It has Neil Young on it. It has Peter Buck, Mike Mills, Bill Berry, Michael Stipe, all of REM on it. It has Flea on it from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, if you didn't know. It has Don Henley on it. It has Brian Setzer on it. George Clinton produces a song on this album. It has two members of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers on it. So that would be Mike Campbell and Stan Lynch are on this record. And this record resulted in what would be released as another almost full album, I believe, 3 years later. So, and the cover art for the front cover and the interior dust jacket cover art was all done by the legendary photographer Herb Ritts. Do you still maybe not know who's on this album? Okay, I'll give you a break and I'll go ahead and let you know. I am talking about Warren Zevon's album, Sentimental Hygiene. Yeah, it's like a supergroup album. Can you believe it? This album came out in 1987 in August. It was his sixth studio album. It is his first sober album, and that was something that he was incredibly proud of, something that he does talk, I think, about when he would reference this record. So it was also something that anybody who worked on the album with him were very conscious about, and resulting and respecting his wishes. So it was a sober recording studio and his first sober album. And despite critical acclaim, everywhere I looked, people gave critical acclaim and praise to this album. It only peaked at number 42, and that was on the Australian Billboard charts. So I don't even believe that I'm not even really seeing much action showing up for American charts, which is crazy when you think about it. It's really classic Warren Zevon to me. It is a pretty full record. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 songs on it. I think it's 5 per side. And I just really enjoy listening to it. I enjoy Warren Zevon. I think he really is quite the storyteller, and he has a lot of humor around subjects that are very dark. I think he touches on his sobriety in this album a lot. So the opening song, Sentimental Hygiene, I think really kind of speaks to that. That's one of my favorite tracks on the album. Another track I love is Detox Mansion. I think the line where he says, "I'm raking leaves with Liza" at Detox Mansion is like so funny. I love that. And then the humor about, being in rehab and probably seeing other famous people in rehab. And then Leave My Monkey Alone is the last song on this album, but another one that I love. And it is definitely, you can tell that George Clinton produced and or arranged that song, because it definitely has that Parliament funkadelic sort of sound to it. So not to forget anything that I'm going to say, I might have to refer to my notes here for a second, but just so you get an idea, Bob Dylan plays harmonica on the song Factory. Opening song is Sentimental Hygiene. Neil Young plays lead guitar on that song. Again, Peter Buck, Mike Mills, and Bill Berry from REM are his backup band through the whole recording. So they're his principal guitarist, along with himself, drummer and bass player. Warren does all instruments too. So he's kind of mastering all those things at the same time. Michael Stipe will come in and sing on a song called Bad Karma. And then Flea is on Leave My Monkey Alone. Don Henley sings on Trouble, Waiting to Happen, as well as Brian Setzer playing lead guitar on that particular song. And then Stan Lynch and Mike Campbell. Stan Lynch is on Bad Karma, and Reconsider Me is Mike Campbell playing guitar. So that's kind of like a full house. I mean, it really is sort of this super mega band. And it's funny, got talking about this album in my household after I had done my video on Debbie Harry's Cuckoo, where I kind of talked about it being sort of a small super group. And then it was like, well, this is a super group, kind of when you think about it. There isn't, many people on here that would not be enviable to have on any record of any kind. And what's really also cool about this album is that so it's recorded in 1987. In 1984, which is probably how he became affiliated with the guys from REM, he was part of a group called Hindu Love Gods. They basically played cover songs around the Georgia area, on and off. And so when they had an all-nighter recording this album and had some downtime, the guys from REM and Warren had recorded 10 cover songs, one of which was Raspberry Beret. Never thought much would come of it, put it on the shelf, and fast forward to 1990, and this little number, the Hindu Love Gods, was released. So it was their only release under this name together, other than the live performances, of course, that they had done. Raspberry Beret made it to number 23 on the modern rock charts, I believe. But as a result, we got this album as a result of this album. And this, actually, my copy is not an original. It is the record store day release that came out this year that I was really happy to get. I had to find it in a couple different places in order to get it, but we were super happy to get it. So this was released originally in 1990. This was released in 1997. So just kind of a lot of fun history. And of course, the beautiful artwork. Herb Ritz is one of my favorite photographers, and he does all of the artwork for this album. Well, not all of it, front cover, inside cover, but not the back cover. But just really, really probably one of my all-time favorite photos of Warren Zevon, for sure. So I think if you're a Warren Zevon fan, it's sort of a no-brainer. You probably already own it. If you aren't a fan necessarily of Warren Zevon, maybe you're a fan of some of the other folks that I mentioned, it's definitely another one of those albums that is a sleeper. If you don't know the complexity and everything that's happening on this record, you might not pay it a whole lot of attention if it's not necessarily in your wheelhouse. It's one that could be missed, and I'm super glad that we have it, and I am super glad that I learned a little bit more about it. Full disclosure, my husband was the one first who was like, hey, do you realize who is on this record? And it really started our conversation. And then I did a little deeper dive and realized that I knew they had done the Hindu Love Gods together, REM and Warren Zevon, but I had no idea that that was linked to this record. So it's kind of funny how it came full circle. So I really wanted to showcase it today. I think it's an awesome record. It sounds really good. Again, Detox Mansion, Sentimental Hygiene, and Leave My Monkey Alone are the three tracks that I really love the most. But it's pretty classic Warren Zevon, and I think you would not be disappointed if you're in the mood for that genre of music, or if that's kind of like this type of style of music that you enjoy anyway. So I would definitely recommend picking it up. And on a quick side note, because we were talking about the fact that my Debbie Harry record inspired this episode where I talk about Warren Zevon's record, I have to say that I mentioned in that episode that Cuckoo is an album that I love and I will probably always buy. So last weekend when I was out, I did happen to pick up another copy. There was another copy that I didn't have out when I found it. I think I got this one for $2.99. And then the limited edition from the Blondie website, it has the lenticular cover. This one is numbered. It's got clear records on the inside. It's really, really beautiful. Anyway, my special edition arrived. So not to let anybody down, but apparently I still am really cuckoo for Debbie Harry. But I really had to add that in because no sooner had I posted that video that this one showed up. So I thought that was kind of funny. But in the meantime, whether you're listening to some Warren Zevon you're familiar with, or you'd like to spin some new tracks, I would really recommend picking up Sentimental Hygiene and really diving into it. All the notes will tell you which members are on, which songs, which is kind of fun to look at. And then maybe take a listen then to Hindu Love Gods and see if you can see the comparison between style and tone since they were recorded at the same time. That might be kind of a fun comparison to do on a rainy summer afternoon. So please like and subscribe if you've not done so already. I really appreciate everybody coming back to see me. And until next time, I hope you're all spinning some great tunes and maybe uncovering a little album supergroup mystery of your own. Thanks. See you soon.